I got started in this career path by chance. I took a job when I was 15 working in a restaurant, and I've been in food ever since. At that time I was doing it just to get work, and I loved just the excitement, the energy. I loved kind of getting my butt kicked when things were busy and crazy, and that's what drew me to it the most. Even before food, it was about sort of the energy and the excitement. What inspired me to become a chef, I think there's just a few things you can really be passionate about when you're doing it, and a few things that you're really willing to put so much work into and so many hours into because you love doing it. And I just can't see doing something I don't love doing as my career. And I kind of fell into that too. It happened that I loved this experience of being in the space, getting my butt kicked in the restaurant and cooking and pleasing people. What inspired me to start CulinaryLab was that I really thought there's a way we could do things differently than the traditional culinary school model. And it's just like my cooking career, I was willing to put in the hours and get crazy and try and make it happen. And I think that it's the right thing to do. I'm inspired to do it because I think it's the right thing to do. At CulinaryLab, students can expect to become competent cooks who understand the industry. A big part of what we're doing is having students work in restaurants, and by that alone, we're giving them an experience that's different from the norm for a newbie, for a beginner student, to actually get to experience working in a restaurant. So they can expect to understand the culture in a restaurant, and by the way we teach when we're in class, they can expect to really have a grasp of technique and graduate as a competent cook. For us, technology-driven curriculum just made sense. It made sense that we wouldn't send students home with textbooks or ebooks, that the way people do things in this day and age is on the computer. And they watch videos to learn how to do things with their hands. They don't read books. So for us, it made common sense. The affiliate partnerships that we've developed are with restaurants locally. One of the most exciting things that we've been doing lately. And we've got, Bozcat Kitchen and Taco Maria and Playground and Old Vine and all these restaurants that do great work, that are excited to jump in with our students and mentor them and put them through an apprenticeship program. When I've talked to chefs about the CulinaryLab concept, they're pumped. I think they're excited. I think we all know that this needs to happen, that we need something that's technology driven. We need something that puts students in restaurants right away as apprentices. We all understand the need for this, and so every time I talk to a chef, they're excited. They get it, it makes sense, and they're excited to be a part of it. Doing events with partner chefs is a big part of what we're doing. We're going to do pop-up dinners and guest demonstrations, trips to farms. We're going to have chefs come in who specialize in something and do a demo on that thing when we get to it in our program. It's a big part of getting our students involved with chefs and getting chefs involved at CulinaryLab with not just doing events, but also shaping kind of what we're doing and how we're doing things in the program. The advice that I have for students that want to become a chef is, first, learn the industry. Go to restaurants, eat great meals, go to places that you'd want to be a chef at. Ask questions, talk to the chefs, understand what goes on in a restaurant kitchen before you decide you want to be in there, and come talk to us. We'll be very direct with you about, based on what you tell us you want to be doing, whether or not that's realistic and whether or not that's in line with what it's really like to be a chef. A really big thing for us is having students understand what it's like to work in the industry, what the real life restaurant industry is like. There's lots of things that students could do if they don't want to become a cook. They could do blogging, food writing, they could be a personal chef, they can launch their own business right out of school. My recommendation is to go to school, work under some great chefs, get the experience, no matter what you want to do. But those are certainly some options for students that don't want to be a cook. I look up to any chef whose restaurant I go to and whose food I like, I'm excited about, that gives me an experience that's cool and different and fun. There's always things that I can learn from any chef that I talk to who's doing great work, and I look up to all of them in a way. Without question, the thing that I like doing most when I'm not in the kitchen is spending time with my wife and my son. I've got a little guy at home, and seeing him grow up and seeing him develop and become someone in his life is by far the most cool, fun thing that I get to do. Do I think my son will become a chef? I always say, I hope not, jokingly, because it's such a rigorous industry and it's a lot of hard work. But that said, it's also driven by passion. People who become chefs do because they are passionate about it. And if my son can find something that he's passionate about and he loves to do, and he's willing to put in the work to do it, I support him, 100%.